Hey, grace and peace, everybody. We are back. And happy Friday morning to you. You did not see a thumbnail. You did not see a title because I just jumped on here real quick to check the system. I'm getting this light installed later on today. And so we had to make some changes around here. And I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up my system. So I said, what's the best way to do that is to do a quick live stream. So I'm going to do a quick live stream very quickly. I'll share this real quick so y'all can see. Bang. All right, so there's gonna be a light going on here later on today. Trying to figure out what we've been messing around, and I want to make sure it's gonna fit right, all that kind of good jazz like that. I changed some things around here on my desk, and whenever I do that, I just want to make sure I don't ruin anything. So why not just do a quick live stream? All the cool kids are doing it. Like they're still white right here. I probably should change that. Anyway, so that'll be probably this evening. I don't think I'll do a live stream this evening, maybe on Sunday. Next time you see me, this light should be here. So we're moving forward. The studio's getting improved upon. There we go. Shout out to everybody who jumped into the best live chat on the internet. Now, I do have something I want to talk about very quickly, and then I'm going to get out of here. I'm finding it super interesting and very strange, dare I say odd, how adults are using social media. Okay, Jason, what in the heck are you talking about? Social media just doesn't seem like the place that you would go and make an invitation to somebody who's your adversary to have a sit down powwow with them. Why wouldn't you just email that person or call that person or direct message that person and say, hey, let's have a meeting of the minds. Let's have a little powwow. Let's have a little discussion. Why would you go and put this out on social media? That just seems really odd to me. Now, and we've seen it a lot. We've seen it a lot from the way Turning Point reached out to Candace. Everything that Candace does is just like, why did you do that in public? Why didn't you just reach out to the person and say, hey, let's just have a meeting? Why does it have to be an audience? Why does it have to be done so grandiose? I want y'all to see this. And this is from, this is from John Mappin. And I'm going to read, I'm going to frame it, if you will. And I'm going to do what Candace does. I'm going to poison the well. So you'll I want you to see something about this before we actually read what he put out here on these social media streets. And this is from Yashir Ali. John Mappin, a militant social Scientologist and one of Candace Owens' friends and biggest supporters, tweeted and quickly deleted an invitation to Nick Fuentes and the real Alex Jones to visit his estate and go shooting at the castle in England. I want you to remember that. He put up a post and then he took it down, but then he puts it back up. And clearly when that happens, you think somebody took something down or something out of the original post. And you would be right. Let's bring this back in. Let's make it a little bit bigger, Jason. All right. It's a strange invitation, given that Nick has been at war with Candace and Alex has recently started going after her. But John is following Scientology policy here. I also want to just put this out there for you to consider. Why is it that John Mappin, a Scientologist, is supporting Turning Point USA? He lives in England. He is a Scientologist. What is his relationship desire with Turning Point? That makes no sense. It just seems odd, right? Let's keep going. This is textbook safe pointing. Like all Scientology policies, this was written by L. Ron Hubbard. Nick and Alex are considered hostile terminals right now, and John is handling them. He's using friendliness, status, and vague truth language to soften or neutralize volatile public figures during an active conflict without actually engaging the substance of that conflict. In Scientology terms, it's about creating ARC, affinity, shared reality, communication, not to clarify anything, but to handle people socially. It's also known as a good roads, good weather approach. This is classic Scientology, PR tech, not honesty. All right, here is the actual post that Mr. Mappin put up. And I'm going to read it to you all, but I just wanted you to see this because this is the original post that he put up. And let me bring up the non-original, the second one he put back up. All right, and here is the second one on the screen right here. And you probably quickly notice something. The second one is shorter than the first one. And I'm wondering if it's because there's something said in the first one that you don't want people to maybe pick up on, you don't want people to run with, or maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I miss part of it. I don't know. But let's go ahead. I'm going to bring back in the original one. All right, let's read this. And so he's adding, like, this is on Twitter, like he's adding these guys on here, but they're his adversaries. They're not his friends. Why aren't you reaching out to them privately? Why are you putting this out there on Twitter? Let's keep it going. We noted your recent brief but energetic exchange with Candace Owens on X. It saddens us to go into the new year thinking that you may be feeling a little left out. To that end, please find and close an invitation for you both to come shooting at Camelot Castle next week on the 7th of January. I understand that is short notice, but sadly, we are getting to the end of pheasant season. If this date does not fit your current shooting diary or plans, please let me know that we can try and fit you in on another date. Does this not seem weird to you? Like, this seems weird. And somebody just said it right here. Like, this is a scam. It's a sham. It's silly. Let's keep it going. Oh, wait. Sean Ryan is currently doing the same thing with Senator Crenshaw. I like Sean Ryan. But just go and talk to the person. Let's keep going. I am sure you would appreciate the very down-to-earth nature of a traditional English and specifically Cornish hen shoot. The countryside and landscape is quite beautiful here this time of year. Let's keep going. This time of year, I am sure you would have a lot of positive matters. I'm sure we would have a lot of positive matters to talk about, and that you might discover a thing or two of great value, specifically some truth. The road to truth is the one road that an enlightened being will follow all the way. Perhaps George, now this is interesting because the original one that I saw doesn't have this last sentence, this last bit in it. And let me pull it in so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. The road to truth, it ends with the way right here. I don't know if this is his edited version or what, but let's bring back in the long form. Perhaps George and Candace might join the adventure too. They are currently invited. George and Candace are excellent shoots, as I am sure you both are too. Anyway, a very happy new year to you both. Warmest wishes, John and Irina Mappin. P.S. We might even find you a bit of Trinical tart with Cornish hen clotted cream or Russian honey cake. Irina has put me on a diet as I have gotten a bit fat, so there will be plenty for you. Does that sound normal to you? That just does not sound normal. And you're putting this out there on social media. Now, again, maybe he's as genuine as the new year, right? Maybe he's very genuine. Maybe he really truly thinks that this is a great way to bond with somebody. I guess it just seems odd because this is what I'm getting. This is the vibe I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting. There's something, there might be an accident. Who was it? Didn't Dick Cheney have an accident out chasing pheasants? I think it was even. It was bird hunting for sure. But it just seems weird. Like, why would you want to bring... Well, first of all, there's just a lot of weirdness in this invitation. You want them to come out there in a week. I mean, literally within a couple of days, because this was posted on, if I'm not mistaken, when was this posted? This was originally posted on, I don't see it. it's been within the last couple of days. So they got to make a plan pretty quickly to come out there to Camelot Castle, which is crazy work. But beyond that, like, why can't we just talk? Like, why do I need to come out there to talk over weapons? That just seems really odd. And we are not friends. We are not in a cordial environment. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not going to put myself at Alex Jones, but I'm sure Alex Jones has friends that he could go out and pew pew with and shoot with, and they probably have a good time, have a grand old time. But this is not one of those situations. And I don't know. I'm just getting, seems like such a weird invitation. And why are you putting this out there, John Mappin, on the internet? Like, why not just reach out to the person? Like, for what reason? If Erica was going to poison Candace with a bottle of water, why in the world would anybody go to John Mappin and Candace, by the way, when there's guns around? Like, come on, make that make sense. It just makes no sense at all. I don't understand. What is John Mappin as a Scientologist? What is his interest in Turning Point USA? Because the other thing I noticed, that's what's missing. That's what's missing. Hold on. Okay, let me pull this back in. I got to make this a little bit larger. I apologize for that. I realize now what's missing from what he said here. Yes, down at the very bottom. I can't zoom in. I apologize. Let me read it real quick. It says this: the countryside and landscape is quite beautiful this time of year. We would also have a lot of positive matters to talk about, and you might discover a thing or two of great value, specifically some truth about Charlie and his real legacy. Is that in here? Let me go back to the original. So in the edited version, he does not have, I'm getting a phone call, but I gotta, yes, that's what I thought. That sentence is missing. I don't know, did he erase that out of there? That sentence, specifically some truth, is missing from this sentence. The next part, when you read the original, specifically some truth about Charlie and his real legacy, the road to truth, blah, 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 blah. Now here, it says specifically some truth, the road to truth. Now, I don't know if that was deleted by him or somebody was doing some creative editing, but that sentence is missing. And then everything is missing from here about the whole Candace and George, as well as what figgy pudding and all this kind of stuff down here about getting fat and being on a diet. All that's gone. Interesting. I just think I found this so fascinating when I ran across it this morning. I was like, wait, why would you put this out there on X? That's a great question. Like, why are you putting this out on X and not just going about it and reaching out? The dates are different now. Let's see. The dates are different. What do you mean? Okay, this is the 7th. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Oh, you're right. The date has been edited. You're right. There it is. He's invited on the 23rd. And this time right here was the 7th. I understand. So when is the end of the season? Is the end of the season the 7th of January or the 23rd of January? This seems odd. This seems peculiar. They're part of Turn, but and I believe they were members of or supporters of Turning Point UK, and that's fine. I don't know. Some reason or another is just not working with me. I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm feeling? Saying the feels are not good. They don't feel right. Something feels wrong. Is Candace on vacation? She has some serious questions to answer. We're tired of her having a feeling someone told her She dreamt about it. Cannot believe I used to actually like and watch her. It is okay. We accept everybody here. You can leave your Cantifa membership card in the trash receptacle at the back of the church and come on in. I think, well, she's on break and she's supposed to be back on Monday, apparently. I think it's going to, in my opinion, I think she is going to do a drop step pivot and go in a whole different direction. I expect not to hear anything about Fort Haktua. I don't expect to hear about Mitch Snow. I'm expecting her to really do a sheer, maybe she's going to only talk about Cabot Phillips and his whole pizza thing. I don't know what that is, but I think she's really going to pivot, if you will. But I just found this, I found this quite curious that, first of all, this grown man is making an invitation of this nature, putting it out there on Twitter, which just seems weird. Here's the official invitation to Nick and Alex Jones, who are the two loudest and most verbose proponents against Candace Owens at the current moment. They got the biggest platform. They're making the loudest noise. And they're getting an invitation to come to a place to shoot animals. Nothing's wrong with that, Jason. That sounds perfectly logical. It sounds perfectly logical. I mistook clotted cream for cottage cheese. Clotted cream is delicious. I've been in the U.S. too long. What is clotted cream? Look, y'all are not going to get started. I have my coffee this morning, my iced coffee. I have no clotted cream in it, but it is pretty yummy, though. I will tell you that. Yeah, this is such a weird thing. I just, for the life of me, I don't get it. And when you read, and I put the link to this down in the description. It's already there. I'll turn over a new leaf. I'm making sure I put this in here. When you read what this whole movement is that Yashir Ali is calling out, this what does he call it? Safe pointing. That makes perfect sense. Like right here, affinity. So was there affinity? Sure. They like to hunt. They like to eat. They like desserts. They like to talk about truth, right? Shared reality, the hunting, the going out. This is my first time ever doing it. And you showing me how to shoot and all that kind of stuff like that. That makes perfect sense. Communication, us talking while we're out there doing that. I mean, this is very much akin to CEOs going to go play golf or something of that nature. That's all that is. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I mean, we all have a shared reality communication environment, whether it be with you. Most of us had an ARC with our families over the holiday season, right? You had affinity for your family, had affinity with your friends, your coworkers, your people from church, your community. You had shared reality, usually around food or gift giving or Christmas caroling or whatever, sledding. You had communication, talking, singing songs, all that stuff. That I don't know if that's necessarily an a Scientology thing only, because pretty much I think most people can say that that's how we've been living life. But the problem is who it is that is initiating. Well, not the problem. My question is who it is that's initiating this. And since it's John Mappin and he's just an interesting character, I think now we have to start looking at things a little stranger. But let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Which unfortunately, back to work, but can't miss out on your stream. Let's bring truth to these lies, brother Jason. Well, thank you so much, Marine Gamer Dude. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for what you do, for sure. I just wanted y'all to check this out. And please, hey, I admit, X can be a wasteland, right? X can be crazy town. There's some good stuff going on X. It is the Wild West, though. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not somebody that messes around on X, I can totally understand it. I don't really like X, but I realize there's a lot of people on X that are not on YouTube. And so there's a lot of people on YouTube that do not go to X. So I thought, let me just read this. I saw this while I was out there slumming around in the Twitter streets. And I said, wow, this is so interesting that this man, a whole grown man, because he's older than me. So, he's my elder. And he is out here putting out an invitation for the world to read to two people who could be perceived as his opposition. Now, of course, with that being the case also, that would make him the biggest clown and biggest fool in the world. If they did come out there and something happened to him, that would be crazy, right? But they would be the biggest fools also if they took this up. So it's a 6 in one hand, half dozen. Why not just talk to the people? I don't get it. Like, I do not get it. But I mean, if you run across this on Twitter, if you jump over there to the Twitterverse, you'll see it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Does it seem odd to you? Does it seem normal? Is this how you accept invitations from your biggest ops or people who are you would perceive as your opposition to your friend? Okay, because John Mappin is definitely one of Candace Owens' bigger supporters. So I mean, that's just reality. So is that how you expect and you engage with somebody who's your friend's biggest op? You invite them to come out and shoot? That makes no sense, man. There's no way that makes sense to me. Please make it make sense, y'all. But I do want to say thank y'all so much. And if you don't mind, if you like what we're doing over here, hype this video up. There's the option of hype. I believe it's on the mobile device as well as the old school traditional on tablets and PCs and whatnot. Hype the video up and be helpful to help push this out, and helps me to, of course, see that you all are enjoying what I'm doing here. I will be dropping a video looking at Mitch Snow and his, 99% sure that he saw Brian Harpole at Fort Hawktua. I'll be dropping that video a little bit later on today. So definitely check that one out. You know what? How about this one? Since y'all are here, this is what I'll do. I'm gonna just give it to y'all right now. I'll give you the link and y'all go check it out. It'll drop later, but y'all go check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Grab it real quick. Give it to the peeps, because y'all are the folk. Y'all came through. I really want to say thank you again. Man, y'all turned the whole world upside down last year. So we gotta keep turning it. We gotta keep it going. So let me drop the link in there. Y'all can go check out the video. Let me know what you think about it. Am I off base? Just looking at some of the conspiracies and the problems that Candace's conspiracies and this willy-nilly just throwing firebrands all out there, just throwing stuff, throwing accusations without any merit, without any basis, just throwing accusations out there. What happens when you do that and allow that to happen in society? So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Drop some green hearts in the chat on your way out the door. Hype the video, all that kind of good YouTube jazz. Everybody, I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment, because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.